Hello, I'm FlyLady Kat, and I'm here with a special gift for you, and that is a free Patreon video. This Patreon video is one of hundreds and hundreds that I have on my Patreon channel, A Better Life with FlyLady Kat at patreon.com. Hello, my patrons. Today's video is entitled, I'm Just Too Tired. I'm just too tired. Let me tell you what that means. That means you're either overwhelmed or you haven't been getting enough sleep. In most cases, it's overwhelmed. Sometimes you're just too tired, but you're never too tired. Remember that our work as a homemaker is our job. So if you were employed at a business and you had to be at work every day at 8 and work till 5, and you had 2 weeks of vacation and 1 week of sick leave for the year, and this was important for your household that you earned this income, then when you were tired, you would still have to be at work at 8 o'clock and be on your best production and leave at 5, just like everyone else. And then you'd crash that night and go to sleep really well. But you can't allow yourself to stay up puttering around or allow other people to steal your sleep from you. You know, if you have a friend and she's upset and she calls every night and talks every night, you have to stop that. If you have an adult daughter or adult son who needs you for every little thing, you got to let them go and let them grow up. And you need your sleep. Or you can say, I'll be happy to help you with this tomorrow afternoon, sweetheart. I've got to get to sleep. I have things I have to do tomorrow until 4, but I can talk to you from 4 to 4:30. And that's when we'll talk about this. Okay? So you have to control this. This is your job. So first of all, you can't be too tired to do your work. Now, you can be sick. If you are sick, that means you're throwing up, or you have a temperature, or you have diarrhea, or you have a major headache like a migraine, then you are going to stay home from work on that day. That's the same at home. You're going to rest on that day. You're not going to work. You're going to not worry about what zone we're in or what basic weekly plan we're doing today. You're going to rest and do minor routines. If you've just had a new baby, the same thing. And in having a new baby, just a little note here, life is never normal with a new baby, really normal, or back to like normal, until your child is around 9 months old, and then everything's clicking again. Yeah, it'll feel pretty good when the baby's 4 weeks old, 6 weeks old, and things are going to be better, but it won't be what you're used to yet. And the baby hasn't really worked into their schedule yet until about 9 months old. And as you and I both know who have had children, that is an up and down thing. They're going to teeth, they're going to have mental growth that causes them to change their sleeping patterns. Different things are going to happen. But in general, 9 months is a good thing. Does that mean that you're going to lay around and not do anything but routines till then? Absolutely not. You're just going to have to squeeze it in. You're going to have to do it when you can. Hopefully, though, you can at least take 6 to 9 weeks, depending on how fast you're healing up, to really think of yourself you're not sick by any means, but healing from a surgery. So you need to, even though it might not be a surgery, your body did a major thing and you need to rest a little bit. Your milk is being established. Your baby's learning how to nurse. All these things are happening. You're up all night long. You need rest. Okay. Even if you're not nursing, you still need rest. Your baby's up and down all night long. You're not used to that. I know your body kind of prepared you for it when you were pregnant because at the very end you couldn't sleep very well. It's not the same thing. Okay, so if you're too tired, unless these things, you're sick or you've just had a new baby or you've had a surgery, then you're going to be doing your same work, okay? A lot of people say, I've got a migraine. They don't have a migraine. I'll have people come on to my calls and say, I don't feel well today, I have a migraine. Really? Have you ever have any of you had a migraine? Very few people, to my knowledge, would be on that call if they really had a migraine. For me, a migraine meant I had to lay down in a darkened, cold room with no noise, on medicine, and I still couldn't rest because my head hurt so bad that I wanted to put an ice pick through my eye. That's what a migraine is to me, and sometimes you're throwing up. If you have a bad headache, that's different. Take some medication for it and go on. You have to go to work with a bad headache. And it'll go away at some point, or not. If it turns into a migraine, then you go home. If you know it's about to turn into a migraine, then you go home. You don't wait for a migraine. But same in your house. You have to do everything every day. You're never too tired. You could say you're too tired, but you're not too tired. Okay? okay? All right. The other thing is, when you are trying to get your stuff done in your house, you're overwhelmed. When you're overwhelmed, you might say, oh, I'm too tired. You're not really too tired, but you don't know the words, that you're overwhelmed. You're looking at the whole picture, and it's overwhelming. I experienced that today myself. We moved into our RV. We don't have all of our things. We came back to the house so I could make some videos for you because I didn't have all my things, because we went to pick it up and you can't bring everything with you. Now we're going to move into it. And my mother's home has lots of things in it. And as you start putting things, taking things out of it, dismantling it, it looks overwhelming. And so I had to stop. And my husband, who's born organized, told me, well, Kat, just sit down and I'll tell you the plan. Well, no, that doesn't work. I have to have it written down. And he knows that. So he said, okay, when I'm going to the store, you make your videos. When I come back, we'll sit down and we'll write out the plan. Oh, that felt so better. Immediately, I felt better knowing I have a plan. Because I know, because I tell you, you have to have a plan. You can't go in there and take that whole room at one time. You can't go in there and take anything at one time. You have to have a chunk that you could say, I can work this chunk in about 15 minutes. That's going to make me feel better. I've got to spend about 2 hours in this house so I can do about 8 chunks to get my things. And we may have to come twice. This is not the norm. I don't really want you to do that, but sometimes when you're moving, things are different. So we're going to be doing that. And it's going to take a while because I have all my mother's things to go through probate and to go through the estate sale, etc. So I've got to get my things out, get it cleaned up, get the estate sale going. So I know how that feels, that overwhelm. And your overwhelm may be toys, your overwhelm may be a garage full of spider webs and stuff that you haven't touched in forever. It's okay. You're going to do it one little 15-minute chunk at a time. So that will help you not feel so tired. You will feel less overwhelmed, less tired, less pushed down if you write down your plan. Okay, so you're never too tired to do this little job. Remember that our work is never hard. If you're an at-home mother in your home and it's overwhelming, then you know that you have 2 things to do today. You've got 3. You've got your zones. So you've got a zone. So as I'm recording this video, we are in zone 2, the kitchen, the last day. Well, actually, it's a Saturday, so zone 2 is over, but let's pretend it's Friday. So zone 2, the kitchen. So if I was at home and I was overwhelmed, I would go into the kitchen, I would pick one 15-minute thing and I would do that thing. I'd also have a master plan of each room, the things I needed to do in it. And I would work that one 15-minute thing, and then I would go check that 2 or 3 times a day to make sure I'm not recluttering that area or my family isn't recluttering that area. And then on Saturday, I would have family fun day. And I would have Renew My Spirit Day on Sunday. I would still do my routines, morning, after each meal, after dinner, before bed. And I would also do clutter checks throughout the day. And if I had tiny babies, toy check. Now, if you've allowed your house just to get cluttered and things are out of their places, but you have places for them, then I'm going to encourage you to take a laundry basket and go through each room, starting in the living room, putting anything that doesn't belong in the living room in the basket. Then go to the next room. Let's say it's the kitchen. Anything that belongs in the kitchen that you put in that basket, you take out and put away. Anything that does not belong in the kitchen, in the basket. Choo-choo train that to the next room. Let's say it's the dining room. Nothing belongs in the dining room. Let's go into the master bedroom. Ooh, yeah, we have about 5 things that belong in the master bedroom. And in the master bedroom, I have things that belong in my son's room and my daughter's room. And the living room. Oop, and a couple things for the kitchen. Now I'm going to go to each of their rooms, the bathrooms. I'm going to do this through the whole house and end up back in the dining and the living room, and everything goes back. And if there's still things left, because I picked them up along the way for the kitchen, for example, I would go put those in the kitchen or in my bedroom until that basket is now empty. It might take you an hour or 2, but you've let the house get out of shape, and that's going to help you. This is not for decluttering, though. Decluttering is when you're going and saying, throw away, put away, give away. This is just, oh, Johnny's shoes are in here. Oh, the cup is in here from the kitchen. Oh, my son's blanket is here in the living room. That kind of thing that causes your house to feel messy. That'll help you feel a little better. Okay? All right, so you're never too tired. You can do this. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Don't be afraid. Perfect love casts out all fear. You can do it. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful.